crazy.
You get all that?
Yeah.
Man, I was just messing around, man. Just messing around.
So let's get into your history. How you started producing.
I don't really want to. I mean, I'll reveal my age, but I started producing at an early age. Actually, I started DJing first, and I started DJing when I was like a teenager, and then eventually I went from DJing um, to start messing with music. A close friend of mine, he had a studio, and I used to go to his studio, and he was like, I would go in there and start messing with stuff, bringing my turntables and stuff, and he was like, man, I don't want you in my studio no more. I'm like, why? He's like, man, because you already know how to work this stuff. He was like, you need to get your own. So that's where it started from there.
Okay. What did you get first?
My first drum machine was the Roland 626. That was an old one, the Roland 626, and I brought that from him.
Okay. And then what was the first sampler?
Oh man, it was the Akaya, the one that used to take the big floppies. It wasn't no
The rack?
Yeah, the rack one.
Was like the S900 or not the S950 or something?
No, I got the S950 later. This was the one way before that, where it took the 5.25 disc.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I had that one in a Casio, the old green Casio drum machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much sampling time did that have?
Oh man, that was like dumb. That probably was like not even a minute. Probably like 20 seconds, if that.
Okay. So you had to chop up something like good.
Yeah, I mean back then.
Or was you just looping?
I was looping a little bit. I didn't really get to chopping until like when I got my hands on like let's say the SB12, because I had the SB12 before I had the 1200, and I brought that cheap back then. I brought it for $75 because somebody thought it was broke. And this was, I'm gonna reveal it. This was in the 80s. This was like in 86, 87.
Wow. So back then, who were you looking up to production wise?
Production wise, back then, it was Marley Marlin was busting on the scene a little bit around that time. Mantronics, of course, around that time. Because those are the dudes that like inspired me, because they was doing stuff with tape, not just the machines. They was actually chopping tape up and doing some crazy stuff. But those dudes in the beginning.
Right.
Right.
So who do you follow now? Who are your influences now?
It's kind of hard because I'm older. So a lot of the dudes that everybody follow, I was doing it before they were. But I admire those dudes. I admire like Just Blaze. That's my man, because I chop just like that. Knife is cool. Of course, Dilla. I like DJ Spinner too. Premier, of course. Pete, of course. I like hip hop. I don't care who makes it, as long as it's hip hop. As far as producer wise. I just don't like nobody that's a looping genius who will grab all these loops and then you think they did something spectacular, and then when you hear the original sampler, you raped the whole thing, man. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I admire anybody that chops, indistinguishably.
Okay. Talk about how you come up with making your beats. As far as, do you do the drums first? Do you hear a record and sample that first? What's your process for creating a beat?
I'm one of the most unorthodox people there is. Some people, they have to dig and dig and dig. I come from the era of 12 seconds, so I'm used to chopping. So it doesn't really matter to me if I come with drums, if I come with a sample. It doesn't matter, because even if I come with drums, I'm gonna end up switching them up in anyway. So it doesn't matter. I don't have a method to how I do it. I just do it. There's no formula. There isn't.
Okay. Do you How do you do your drums? Do you sample your drums or you?
I sample, but I sample my drums sometimes. But you know, all them hard drives up there and all these hard drives in here, I got terabytes of libraries of stuff from my SB 1200 days, from records and everything as well. And you know, I listen, I catch breaks, you know, download breaks just like the next person, and manipulate them to the point you can't tell what they are.
Okay.
You
If,
know.
if you were locked in the studio with the artist to do an album, who would it be?
Oh man, is it one?
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Wow. Fonte.
Okay. Why Fonte?
Cause we can go straight raw hip hop, or we can go somewhere else with that too with him. So, cause I do hip hop, neo soul, all that stuff. So with him, I could go everywhere. That's why I said him.
Okay. So it sounded like you had somebody else too. I'm like, who would be the second?
Ah man, I got a couple of them like J Electronica. Um, Pharoah Monk. Black Thought. Whew. And Royce.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Royce 5'9". Those dudes.
Now, before we turn on the camera, you talked about meeting some certain hitmen
Mm-hmm.
who went to Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that experience.
Uh, okay. This is how it happened. The person, I mean, I can't say their name, Gadget. He'll know. Back in his Howard days, Derek, my man, what's up, Derek? What's up, Ron? I met Derek and Ron back in the early 90s. This when they was two kings in a cipher. We met up Chuck's, and we got to talking about music and everything, and had an MPC 60. And I didn't really like it because around that time the MPC 60 didn't have the update. It was just keep bouncing every time you tap the pads. So he was like, man, Ron was like, let me buy it from you. So I was like, all right. He was like, well, man, meet me up Georgia Avenue at McDonald's. So I sold that MPC 60 to Ron. I mean to Derek, which is D Dot, and Derek probably ended up making the Benjamins with it. And I felt crazy about that because I went away for a while to college, and
Right.
and I came home. You know, I seen Derek in the the Vibe magazine, the Hit Squad. I'm like, hold up, that's Derek. You know, so then when you had that interview with Derek, and Derek said, yeah, I used to use my MPC 60. When he said that, I was like, oh man, he probably still got my MPC 60 too. But yeah, that's who I was talking about. That's who you're talking about, Derek. D-Dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got everything. You got Fruity Loops.
Yeah, this is my PC setup over here. This is my PC setup just for Fruity Loops, because I do mess around with that here and there. Then over here you got the hardware setup, this and the MPC Renaissance. And I'm like Kev Brown said, with that little Yamaha he got, he like running that into that to give it that old feel. I do the same thing because I come from that. But I just got multiple setups. It depends on how I feel. That's why I have them. Yep. It's rowdy shit. Now this sample, most of the samples that I use, I chop them Jones up in like 80 pieces and put it back together.
So you're not gonna have no sample clearance issues.
No. No. I could play you millions of beats that I use the same sample like 3 or 4 times, and you would never know what it is. Let me go to something. shit right there. Ain't even no samples. Played that shit. And I don't even play keyboards. Hold on. I don't mean to stop you, man. I don't use no samples, but I just did that. It's just show how I manipulate that shit. Y'all know what the sample is.
Yeah, it'd be hard for them to come after you with that.
Huh?
It'd be hard for them to come
That's
after
what I'm
you.
saying. That's how I manipulate.
If you didn't play the beginning.
See, I played the beginning just to let them, you know what I'm saying? Even with this joint, like, you know, this another sample I use. I don't use known samples. So I wanted to use known samples just to let you see how I manipulate it.
I would probably be able to tell.
Yeah, you can tell
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
But if that piece wasn't on it was just, you know.
That's a dope flip though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now, this joint right here, I did this song for a dude on my job. He didn't know I made beats, and he was like, man, I want to see what you can do. I'm going to give you a sample. So he gave me the sample, and this is what I did with it. Y'all know what it is. It's no addition. But he wanted to see what I could do with it. And I told him, you know, I'm not no looper. I fill this whole keyboard up with chops. That's what I do. And then I play it back. This is a 61 key keyboard. So that's how I do it.
What type of monitors are they? Cause somebody's gonna post a question in the
JB
comments.
They JBLs, man. I got some bigger monitors up there, but I'm in a townhouse, so I can't use them ones in here. But I usually use these, and I usually, you know, mix and make beats with them down low. I don't blast them. That's not how you make music. To me, you do it after you made it. Song right here. Y'all know what this song is. I'm using this song on the pause tape. Y'all know what that is. What's the name of that song? SWV, Use Your Heart. Now, the thing is manipulating it so it doesn't really sound like it, but it sounds like it. I'm not trying to get this cleared. I'm giving it away. This is what the beat sounds like. See how I manipulate it. Then I'm gonna manipulate the voice. Speaking Japanese.
Play the sample backwards.
Huh?
Play the voices backwards.
Chopped them. I chopped them. Chopped them like. Hold on. Chopped. See, that's how you do it. You got to manipulate it, man, so whereas though, it's kind of like like you're doing a pause tape. How we used to do pause tapes, taking different pieces. That's why we called it the pause tape. But I definitely I want you to see this right here, real quick.
While you pulling it up, when does the pause tape come out?
It should be done by the end of this month. I should be able to release it probably by the middle of this month. I'm just trying to find some more people to spit on it. Now, and all the songs on here are gonna be known songs,
Right.
because I'm giving it away. But it's more so just to showcase what I could do. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all know what this is. Don't disturb this groove. Chop that up, manipulate that, and show you how I really destroy it. No drums, that's all the sample. That's just me manipulating the sample. But watch how the part, after this, when it breaks down, it's really gonna break down. If you're gonna chop and say you a sample chopper, you gotta do it right. You gotta manipulate it, make it sound like something it's not. This doesn't even sound like Don't Disturb This Groove. That's simple. That's simple.
Yeah, if you don't know records, you definitely wouldn't.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna pick it up.
Nah, but see
But you have some Marvin Gaye shit on your hands though.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you have some Marvin Gaye shit on your hands.
Yeah. I'm not really like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, for real, to be honest with you, when I started making this pause tape stuff, this is more so like testing out the new 1.8 that came on here.
Okay.
And because a lot of people were like, man, can you do this on the MPC Renaissance? I'm like, yeah, you can. Like, they asked, and I was showing them. You know what this is? And it's not no going up the pads, how some people do it.
Right.
I don't do that.
Straight chops.
Yeah. You wouldn't know what that was? What's up, Cash? What's up, Cash?
Oh man. Yo, I think you're gonna have to do some chopping tutorials, man. You're gonna do some chopping tutorials for these people, man. It's a lot of people that don't know how to chop.
I mean, yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's just like people need to get out the looping stage. To me, you know what I'm saying. You chop these samples up. You need to be able to put it back together how you want it put back together. Like this, for instance. This is, y'all know what this is too. Y'all know what this is. This is Glenn Lewis. Y'all know what this is. That's simple, man.
No, but stress, don't you let it, don't you forget it. Trip, bust, trip, bust, no,
People don't understand. Like chopping is an art.
man,
It
Like
is.
like manipulating samples is an art. People just think, oh, you're just stealing music. Like
Mm-mm.
that takes time,
It does.
and you got to
It
get the
does.
right tones. You got to make sure like anybody can chop, but if you can make it sound cohesive,
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing because for real, like some people chop certain ways, but when I chop, I hear certain like if you you know you just hear you heard these beats I was doing right, like right here, I was almost to the point where as though I was taking his syllables and
right,
and manipulating the syllables, but I wasn't going for the syllables. I hear some other stuff inside the beat, you know, when I'm chopping, like guitars or some crazy stuff, and I'll be matching that up. I don't really worry
right,
about the
right.
kick and the snare too much. I match that up. That's how I usually do it.
That's dope.
That's how I usually do it.
So plug the pause tape.
The pause tape coming around the 25th of this month. It's going to be on Bandcamp. Basically, all my social media sites are the same. CX the producer at Bandcamp, CX the producer at Reverb Nation, CX the producer at SoundCloud, Facebook, Google Plus, everything. So everything is the same. It's easy.
And we're gonna have some chopping tutorials coming soon, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna have Hey, you see
Hold up,
all
do
that?
that again.
Look.
Wow, every key. So what the beat sound like?
Go.
And
There you
that's
go.
Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
You use the same drum from the sample?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
You know, I couldn't like some stuff you can't just can't get the drums out of it, and that was one of those songs. And let me take his vocals
in the morning light, brush your face.
out. See?
So this should tell people it's not what you use,
Mm-mm.
it's how you use it.
It's what you use. It's not what you use. It's how you use it. Y'all see me over there on the Ren. I'm over here on Fruity Loops. For all you dudes that sitting in your living room with your mother laptop, it can be done. It can
Not
be
with your
done.
mother's laptop.
Yeah, yeah, it can be done. It can be done. I'm saying that. I'm not saying that to belittle somebody because I'm saying that in a good way because I remember a long time ago when I used to laugh at Fruity Loops like 8 years ago, and I remember meeting this young cat, and the young cat was like, "Man, I want you to hear my beats." So he's like, come on my house. So I go to his house. Man, he got his mother laptop in the living room with the little computer speakers, you know. So I'm like, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, damn, man, that shit is hot, man. And when I would hear his mixes, I'm like, how the fuck you get your mixes sound like that, man? You ain't got no monitors. But that's why I'm saying it. Somebody could have somebody's mother computer and still make some hot shit, man. Being for real. Being for real. Being for real, man.
It's a hot sample too.